Hi, I'm Doug Haggard, and I love scuba diving. Being a photographer, it didn't take me long to realize I wanted to take my cameras underwater too. Now, what you're about to see are clips from some of our dive trips that we've taken over the years. I hope you enjoy it. And for those of you that are not involved in scuba diving, I hope maybe this influences you to become involved. Getting certified to dive is not a difficult process. After a few classroom sessions, you are off to the pool. The pool gives you a chance to get used to your equipment and is your first opportunity to experience breathing underwater. Instructors make sure you learn all you need to enjoy your diving in a safe manner. Actually, the pool sessions are a lot of fun. And you may even learn how to blow air rings. Once you graduate from the pool, it's off to your final step to become certified. In this area, most certification dives take place at Blue Springs in Indiana. Usually, over a weekend, you do 4 instructor-guided dives where you learn the final elements to becoming a certified diver. Once certified, you grab a couple of buddies and off you go diving. I have 2 buddies that I dive with a lot. My business partner and good friend, James Payne, and one of my sons, Neelan. Neelan shares in helping me operate the cameras also. There are dive facilities virtually everywhere in the world. We have some really great places right here in the U.S. You can dive freshwater, like Blue Springs and hundreds of other springs, or you can dive in the ocean. When you do saltwater dives, you'll find that the boats range from big to small. But no matter what size they are, the ride is part of the fun.
You did today?
And trust me, folks, you never know what you're going to see. A disgruntled homeowner, maybe? Okay, it's time to suit up and hit the water. Now you're going to notice some color shifts throughout this. Now some of them are because of visibility and depth, and others are because of me screwing up and losing my correction filter. Hey, this is not National Geographic, folks. Now this is what it's all about. Tell me this isn't awesome. Okay, let's start out by checking out some of these fish. Now these are pork fish. And there's a couple of reef butterflies. Now these are spade fish. You can herd them just like cattle. These are gray angelfish. They get really large. This is a school of yellowtail grunts. Those are black margays. They look like they've been airbrushed on the sides. This is a juvenile queen angelfish. These are really pretty. This is a Spanish hogfish. And this is a French angel. And like the gray angels, they get really big. This is a Townsend angelfish. It's got those beautiful streamers coming off his tail. Now this is a weird one. This is a filefish. I don't know what species of filefish it is, but they're really weird looking. And this is a blue hamlet. And that yellow and black one there is a rock beauty. And the dark ones with the white stripe on their tail, those are doctor fish. Oh, this is another weird one. This is a honeycomb cowfish. that's a little puffer fish. They puff up when their prey catches them to eat them and try to get big enough that they can't be swallowed. And this is in the pufferfish family, but this is called a porcupine fish. You can see those protrusions coming off his back. That's where he gets his name from. This is a squirrel fish. We see those quite a bit. They got big eyes. And this is a trumpet fish. Not the yellow one, but the skinny one that's got his head down, trying to make himself look like the coral. I'll tell you, they can blend in and just virtually disappear on these reefs. And this is a high hat. This is one of those fish you can see where he gets his name from. Now this is kind of unusual. These are snook. They're a game fish, and we've caught a lot of these on rod and reel. And they're an excellent tasting fish. We don't see a lot of crab while we're diving, but I think this is a channel clinging crab. Weird looking anyway. Okay, now we get into some of my favorites. This is a spotted eel. And anytime I encounter one of these, I try to move in really slow. And sometimes they'll let me get up pretty close. This one's really shy though. He goes back into the coral. And once they get back into there, you can hardly ever find them again. Now this one was really curious. It's another spotted eel, but it is a really small one. I don't think it's much bigger than 1.5 feet long. He's found himself a great hiding place under that piece of coral. But he comes back out finally. This time when Nealon's flash goes off, he comes up there to bite that other eel that he thinks he sees in my camera lens. Just to show you how small he really is, this is a still picture that Nealon took. That's definitely the smallest eel we've ever photographed. Now this is a green moray, and he didn't like me being on top of him at all. Now they usually stay in their holes, but this one came out and let us watch him swim. This is kind of unusual to get to follow one while he's swimming around. He's probably 3 or 4 feet long. is how we usually find them. And this one really let me get up close. I got some real good footage of him. That opening and closing their mouth, that's the way they breathe. They take in water and force it across their gills. These are really beautiful animals. We see turtles swim by every once in a while. This is a small one, and he's sitting on the bottom resting. And of course, I had to hand the camera off and get down there and at least make him swim for everybody. Just no rest when we're around. You have to look into every hole and every nook and cranny on these reefs. You never know what you're going to find. Here's a Florida lobster, trying to figure out what's looking at on him. You notice Florida lobsters don't have any claws. Now this was kind of cool. I'm filming this filefish. Somebody comes along and whaps me upside the head and said, "Look what's laying right there beside you." Turns out to be a scorpion fish. Look at the color in these things' fins when they swim. Now these are poisonous. As a matter of fact, this is the kind of fish that Brooke Shields stepped on in the movie The Blue Lagoon. All of that color. And then when he settles back down, he just disappears. It's no wonder people step on him. Now this was pretty awesome. We dropped down on this reef, and I'm getting the camera equipment ready, and I look up, and laying about 10 feet in front of me is a large shark. Now at first, I figured this is a nurse shark. We find them laying on the bottom occasionally. But the more I looked at this shark, it did not look like a nurse shark. So my philosophy quickly became, leave a sleeping shark lie. To this day, I still don't know exactly what kind of shark that was. Now here's some interesting diving you can do. Up around the panhandle of Florida, Panama City area. This is bridge rubble. Now what these are old bridge structures that when they tear them down to build new bridges, they haul this framework out into the ocean and make artificial reefs. They're actually a lot of fun to dive. Now, these structures hold a zillion bait fish. And you never know what else you're going to find laying around. Here I am trying to ride a bicycle at 60 feet underwater. Oh well, best I could do is some wheelies. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't try to sit down. And then of course there's James. Let me tell you right now, if there's a toilet around, he'll find it. Check this out. We're diving about 25 or 30 miles off the coast of South Carolina. There's this big school of herring that sometimes gets so thick it forms a wall that you can't see through. So I thought it would be really good video to have Nealon hold still and have the herring completely block out his view. Now while we were waiting, Nealon starts signaling me to look up above him. This was one big barracuda. Now I didn't want to scare him, and of course I didn't want to make him mad either, so I moved in really slow. As a matter of fact, I moved in so slow that by the time I got close, his brother had shown up. But you know me, I kept on trying to get closer and closer. And finally, I got as close as he was going to tolerate. See that little flinch he was giving me? That's his way of saying, don't come any closer. Well, I finally pushed him too far, so he acts like he's going to charge me, and then disappears behind a wall of herring. Hey, at least I got my shot. It just wasn't of Nealon. Now when you dive wrecks, there's no telling what you might see. On this wreck, we had 2 or 3 very friendly and inquisitive stingrays. While we were playing with these rays, out of nowhere comes this giant filefish. He must have been 3 feet long. I didn't even know they got that big. Now here's another wreck, and this stingray has a very unlikely friend. This is a cobia, and is following the stingray around wherever he goes. Cobia are another game fish, and we've also caught them on hook and line. No one I have talked to has ever heard of them pairing up like this. Anyway, while I am being mesmerized by this pair, everyone is trying to get my attention. And I soon see why. This is a really big moray. Wow, they are such beautiful animals. This thing's got to be 8 feet long. Now this is kind of neat. This is a lizard fish. There you can see where he gets his name from. Looks like a lizard sitting up on those pectoral fins. Oh yeah, this is a Goliath grouper. This one's probably 3 feet long, 300 pounds. I've been chasing this thing all over trying to get a close-up. But every time I get close, he moves on. Finally, he moves behind the wreck, and as I come around, he goes underneath. So I start to move in to see if I can get underneath to get a shot. Wow, was I surprised. His mama was under there. Look at the size of this thing. Here, I'll freeze Nealon's flash so you can get a better look. The one I was chasing is just to the right. This thing must have been 500 to 800 pounds. I guess he had a good hiding place up there because he never came back out. Here is a very large stingray burying himself in the sand. That's how they hide, so they can pounce on unsuspecting fish. There's a little bonefish sifting through the sand for food. Some wrecks you can swim through and explore inside. Although you never know what you're going to find once you get inside. Of course, for me, so far, the ultimate swim-throughs have been the coral caves in Cozumel, Mexico. This one we're entering at a depth of about 60 feet. We just kind of play follow the leader through these things. When we exit, we are at about 90 feet. And we exit to the most breathtaking view I have ever experienced. This is the wall. The wall is a sheer drop-off, plunging straight down to 3,000 feet. You get a real sensation of flying. Diving here is just an experience that you just can't put into words. But eventually you have to return to the real world. Once on the surface, we just hang out, wait for the boat to come pick us up. Well, the dive might be over, but the fun goes right on, because now we get to talk about everything we saw. And of course, we are always looking forward to our next dive.